So this is day one of our 7 to 9 day passage, which is roughly 1,000 miles to the Galapagos. And we're leaving Las Perlas Islands, our last stop in Panama, and you can see we're doing 7.9 knots over ground. And that's the evergreens way back there. Let me zoom in and see if I can even find them. It's got to be different because normally old Hammer down back there, yeah, I can't even find him. Old Hammer down back there, he's way ahead of us, but because it's so far, we can't carry enough fuel to be able to motor the whole way. That's Nathan there. You got anything to say, Nathan?
Yeah, actually I do, Tim.
What do you got to say?
It don't get any better than this.
Ain't that the truth? And on the note of fuel, you can see we got 2 Panamanian drums of fuel. We got a full tank, and these lazarettes are full of them too. And even though it's only blowing 9 knots of wind, we didn't want to embarrass the evergreen too bad, so we're flying the baby chute. Helga's up there doing her job. Well, that's probably it for today. Unless we catch a fish or something, maybe I'll get a video of that and us clubbing it to death. Alright, tomorrow. The morning show starts today with Nathan catching a fishy. Somewhere out there there's a fishy. Also somewhere out there's the evergreens, way behind us. Come on fishy, show yourself. Maybe we'll pick something up on the skull draggers too. And you can see retarded martin there. Anyway, it's day 2 of our adventure. Come on fishy. Fishy, 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 fishy. We'll get back to this in a minute. It's probably a tuna. And it looks like we got ourselves a toonie. It's time to do some killing. Take off my retarded hat. Fuck, I'm losing my pants for this one. Ready to die, Toonie?
That's a good looking one, Timmy.
I reckon it is. Look, man. Look how
it's got pretties.
I need the pliers.
Breakfast tuna.
Gonna have ourselves some breakfast sushi. Don't worry, Toonie. This will all be over in a minute. Where'd you put the lids, retard?
Oh, they're downstairs.
Perfect. Stop flopping, Toonie. That only makes it hurt more.
Hey, move my flop, would you?
No, dead Toonie. Stop twitching. I've already eaten out your brain.
You want a bucket now?
Yeah.
Do you want me to rinse it out or what? Can I stop filming, Timmy? Oh my god. What's wrong with you?
What?
What the fuck's wrong with you, Timmy?
Nothing. I like sushi.
You didn't even weigh him before you started cutting him.
That's because you gotta kill him fast, otherwise you start tasting. This guy. Alright, so we bloodlet him. pull out the guts. Which unfortunately I think I got some meat in there. Now we feed the other fishies. Now we cut him up. I'm sure any professional fisherman that ever watches this will say, God, that guy has no idea what he's doing. Alright, we're halfway there. That's good enough. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Oh God. This is delicious. This is the best breakfast ever. Thank you, Nathan. We'll finish this off later. Okay, so that was a pretty exciting start to the morning. Catching a tuna. He was about 8 pounds. And God, he tasted good. I think I probably ate at least half of him while we were filleting him. In any case, what I was trying to say while Nathan was very slowly reeling that in is that out there someplace are the evergreens. They're miles and miles and miles behind us. And it blew about 20 knots all night, and you can see these seas. They're nowhere near as bad as they would be if this was the Caribbean. They'd be like 15 feet in the Caribbean. And here they're just kind of mostly organized. We ran the whole night underneath the main because we're pretty much running dead downwind. We have about, I don't know, 170 more miles to go to our turning point. And we made 158 miles yesterday in 24 hours, which is pretty good for old Super Slick. And yeah, you see Martin out there working. He was a pain to deploy. We got 2 skull draggers and a pole, and we're going over a mound. That's why we caught that tuna. We were hoping it was coming. Yeah. Otherwise, Nathan, you got anything to say today?
No, but it doesn't get any better than this.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
You concur, Doctor?
I concur. God, he's ugly. Well, it's day 3 of our trip to the Galapagos, and as you can see, the wind has died. It died about midnight last night, so we've been motoring since then. You can hear that drone. We did make our waypoint, though. You can see on here, that little dot is us, and that little dot's the Galapagos, and it's about 500 and some miles away, 550, so we should be there in about 3 days. We slowed down enough that the evergreens caught up with us, so they're within radio shot. Nathan's blowing the horn because those birds out there like to try and get our fishing lures. About 20 minutes ago we had to reel one on deck and pull a lure out of its mouth. And poor guy, I think he's pretty traumatized, but he jumped in the water and flew off. So I don't think he's going to be too hurt. Other than that, the only other thing that's been going on is I've got this fancy hat because Nathan took the liberty of hiding all of my hats. And I got this in a Fagawi bag one year. I don't know why I still have it, but the geniuses thought it'd be a good idea to have sunglasses holders that go on your hat. So whenever the hat blows off, your sunglasses go with it. Yeah, other than that, the only thing I think I have to say is it don't get any better than this. Dummy, you got anything to add?
I'd like to second that notion that it don't get any better than this.
Where? Oh, jumping dolphin. Yes, he is. baby Mark V dolphins.
I think I'm busy.
But can you hold this?
Yeah.
It's morning time again. We gotta get it started. Okay, we're going. And we have Mark V dolphins that are really little, and we have deteriorating conditions according to Alan Watts. Otherwise, Nathan saw a whale last night. There's still no wind, and the evergreens are catching us. We'll get back with more in a little bit.
Action.
So the dolphins went away, and now it's time to resume the morning show. It's been pretty uneventful. We had a shark hit our lures, which, considering that the hooks on the end of the lures looked a lot like this, you can see how corroded and rusted they are. This is what they look like new. They're French, and I think they have a little bit of an issue with the way they do their process. Our American hooks don't do this. America.
Fuck yeah.
When we were in Jamaica, we had our clothes washed by some lady named Marcia. I think she shrank my shirt. It's my favorite sailing shirt, and now it's real tight. It doesn't do quite as much good. It makes me sweat a lot. In other events, we now have a slingshot that we use to shoot frozen grapes at the birds whenever they get too close to our fishing equipment. Last night, we separated a sling that I'd made to hold a block on the rail, but we've since replaced that. Let's see, what else is going on? I know, let's check in with the evergreens. Evergreens, are you there?
Hey, it's the Slickster! How's it going?
It's going pretty good, evergreens. What are you guys up to?
Well, my better half is taking yet another nap. We've got 2 lines out, but no fish on, some laundry in the bucket, and just looking around and seeing if there's any other pools out here.
Sounds like a pretty busy day over there on the evergreens.
We are flat out over here. We just can't have enough time to get everything done.
You're out to sea and there's not enough time to get things done?
Well, you know, you'd think that you'd have a lot of time on your hands, but, you know, there's always something that needs doing, like changing the sail from side to side, and now we got the pole out, but it looks like we're more on a reef, so we can use the main up, so now we gotta take the pole down, put the main up, and send out the jib. What are you guys on for, you got the motor on?
We have a motor running, and we also have a jib out, and whenever we change the jib from one side to the other, we call it jibing.
Hey look, I just mastered the bowling, so, you know, give me some slack.
Okay, slack given. We'll call you back in just a second.
Roger, Dodger.
So, Nathan, how's the food prep going?
Well, the food prep's going pretty good, but we're almost out of balsamic vinegar, and we're about as far from a balsamic vinegar land as you can get. But other than that, it don't get any better than this.
No, it don't. Hey, Evergreen, does it get any better than that over there?
You know, it just don't get any better than this. This is why, you know, there's so many people out here doing this, because, you know, this is what it's all about.
You're supposed to just crack your beer and drink it.
Oh, wait one. Oh, yeah.
I guess it doesn't get any better than this. Alright, that's it for the morning show today. We're running out of batteries.
Well, that was a pretty lame show. I'm glad I didn't tape it.
Back. So we start off this morning, another 150-mile day yesterday. It's day 5 of our trip. The evergreens are right over there because we were doing some fishing ops, driving in circles, so they caught up to us. We had a lot of action this morning on our lines, but due to 3 pieces of malfunction, we were not able to land a fish. We're running under just that spinnaker right there, no main. So it's the old little drifter, Helga, and she's plowing us through the water at 5.5 knots and about 10 knots of breeze. And right now we're doing 8.3 over the water. There's Nathan. He's ready to man that pole and hopefully not screw it up like the last one. So here's me. And I got my hat back. my favorite visor. It came from West Marine, but they screwed it up so bad because they made the inside white, and I had to go color that with a marker. And now it's a good visor again. Today, our show is sponsored by California Trail Mix. This is the worst snack mix that we have ever had. And you can see in English it just says trail mix, but in Spanish it's mezcla de frutas dehydradas con semillas de anaranjado, marañón y almendras. And it took us a while to figure out what that is, but it's basically every ingredient in here. And you'll notice that salt is not there. They're pretty nasty. Otherwise, we saw some mako sharks yesterday, some luminescent dolphins last night, and we lost a lure to those damn marlin. So we got something for Mr. Marlin. Whenever we finally get a hold of him, it's trouble. Other than that, we got two friends here, Shirley and Sheila, and there are fuel cans that we thought we were going to need to make it all the way there, and it turns out we don't, because we've been sailing really well. We'll make it there probably on less than a tank of gas. Other than that, Nathan, you got anything?
Yeah, Tim, I got something. It don't get any better than this.
Huh. That's a pretty profound thought you got there. You know what? I reckon you're right. It don't get any better than this. Well, it's day 6 of our trip to the Galapagos, and there isn't anything going on. We've totally entered the doldrums. We're motoring. There's no sailing to be had, really, if we want to make any speed. But what we are doing today is a fishing derby with the evergreens, who we ditched last night so we could sneak off to this secret honey hole right here. There's 2.5 knots of current that slams into that thing. It rises 5,000 feet, and there's bound to be toonie. Other than that, we crossed the equator this morning, Galapagos tomorrow. Nathan, you got anything?
I only got one thought, Tim, and it don't get any better than this. Yeah.
You know what? It don't get any better than this. Yeah. Well, we're here on day 7 of our Panama Galapagos transit, and we're sitting here in Wreck Bay in the Galapagos, and that's the evergreen right over there. We arrived this morning, and they arrived a little bit after us. We're using a different camera now because, well, Canon can't come up with a uniform charging format, and so I can't charge that video camera without going ashore and plug it in. This place is pretty beautiful, as you would expect from the Galapagos. However, today when we showed up, we had to take care of some business where we go and get this thing called an autographo. And that allows us to see all the other islands and stop at other anchorages. Unfortunately, instead of issuing us the autographo like they said they would, they told us we've only got 3 days here. It's kind of a sad end to a pretty good transit. Anyway, yesterday we did that fishing derby and nobody caught any fish. Last night we had a pretty easy time transiting, doing about 2 knots. It's pretty hard to make this boat go that slow. We wanted to pull in the daytime, so we pulled in at first light this morning. I understand they got blue iguanas here, which at first Nathan thought was a gay bar, but it turns out they're actually just really good eating. On that note, I can't wait to find me a tortoise, because I want to ride one. I understand they have tortoise rodeos here, and I got a helmet, so I'll be protected. Other than that, looking around, I'm hoping Tuesday we get some good news and maybe get the autographo, or at least the extra 15-day stay. Yeah. You know what? It don't get any better than this. Nathan, what do you think?
I'd also like to say, it don't get any better than this.